Hmm. I have seen Wayne this past few weeks. I don't want to say I have seen Shige, because they say profess positively, but I can actually come sit down here and smile and laugh. I'm good, and I thank the Lord. So yeah. Hey guys, I'm Nancy Benjamin, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Life with Prince Nancy, where I give little details about my life, you know, where I talk about what I'm going through in life, and yeah, that is just it. If you're a new subscriber, you're welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, you're welcome. Please do not forget to like this video, subscribe, and leave a comment, after watching this video in the comment section. So yeah, um this video today, I just want to basically as in give an update on the last video I made. um if you're new here and you've not seen the last video, I think you should probably go watch it. I'll probably leave the link in the description. you know yeah, probably go watch it so you understand what this video is all about. And yeah, if you've watched the previous video and you're here for the updates, the news, yeah, so this is the place for you. Yeah, so let's just go about it. So this video, as I was saying, is just to give an update on the last video I made where I found out I was pregnant. Yeah. And yeah, I was saying I was going to go for a scan. Once I go for a scan, I would probably come back and give an update what it was all about. And I think it's been it's been 4 weeks, 4 weeks since that last video. It's been four, it's been 4 weeks, and it kind of like feels like 8 weeks, or should I say, kind of like feel is like a lifetime. A lot has happened. But yeah, so after where I confirmed I was pregnant, I had to share the news with my husband, and we were so happy. Like it was, yeah, this stuff is true, is happening. Yeah. So I told my husband, probably let's wait. In the next 2 weeks, probably we'll go for a scan, or probably it will be too early, counting from when the last time I saw my, menses, you know. So yeah, I think just we entered a new week after my last video, and I was just kind of like getting some symptoms, just very few, this enlarged boobs and the rest of it, or then a little pain, and that was just it. I was feeling so energized. Like I think the ending of that week, that was on a Friday, I was telling my husband that hmm, unlike the thing that happened to me February, when I had the other when I had the other scare. I'll just call it that. When I had the other scare, I was so weak. If I walk from one distance to another, I was feeling so weak, and I was feeling so bloated. Do you understand me? But this time around, I'm not really feeling anything. My tummy is not bloated. I could actually still take in my tummy, and I was so energized. I'm not even feeling weak. I could climb a foot, as in the whole staircase. I could walk from one place to another. Like I was feeling so energized. Like, I'm scared though. Are you sure this stuff is really there? So maybe instead of the 2 weeks I initially said, maybe the next week I'll go for a scan. No, you understand me? Because I don't really like the way I'm feeling. I was just scared, scared from because something has happened to me before. So yeah, he was like, okay, no problem. Probably on Monday, that was on a Friday. I came back from work. I was telling him, so he was like, okay, probably on Monday, let's wait till Monday. So I was like, okay, no problem. So guys, yeah, so that was what happened. And then I think Saturday, yeah, and Sunday, I was just feeling weird. On Sunday, I went to use the restroom, and you know, when I went to urinate and when I wiped, I saw I saw blood. I won't really call it spots. I don't know if I say spots, then you probably think it's just little drop of blood. So it's kind of like this discharge of blood or something. I don't know if I would probably just leave a picture of it I don't know when I'm editing this video, or if I don't know if any of you will probably want to see it. Yuck. So anyway, I saw it and I was like, I was so scared because this is what happened to me, you know, February this year. This is what happened to me a few months ago. And before you knew it, I started bleeding. I was like, oh my God, this stuff is happening again. I was so scared. And I called my husband, like, look at what though I'm seeing. No, I told him, I was scared. I was feeling something is not just okay. He was like, okay, Monday, that was Sunday, I should probably just rest. Then Monday we'll be going to the hospital. So I was so very scared. And then the next day, Monday, I we had to go to the hospital. We had to see a doctor, and then the doctor was like, we have to first go for a scan. And yeah, went for a scan, and the scan we did, the sonographer there told us that okay, he's seen a sac, a gestational sac, and um he's not really sure, he's seen a fetal pole, and we're like, okay, that's he's hearing a heartbeat, but he's not, like, it's too very, very faint. Do you understand me? So yeah, and yeah, so when he gave us the results, what we saw in the result was threatened miscarriage. And we had to take the result back to the doctor. And I was scared. I didn't really know what was going on. I saw threatened miscarriage. I was like, ha, you know, when I got to use the restroom, I could use a little, now we call this one sports. Do you understand me? So it was a long queue to see the doctor, go back. And I was like, oh, I told my husband, before we would probably see the doctor, probably let's go out and do another scan. Do you understand me? And so we'd know what is we would hear, like, would you know hear what someone else has to say. It's not a bad idea. So my husband accepted, and we left the hospital. We started to go to a lab outside, and do another scan. And yeah, then probably come back to the hospital, and then by then the crowd would have resumed and see our doctor. So yeah, so we went out and went to the next scan, went for the next scan, and the sonographer there said, oh, he's just seeing a sac, and nothing really. He just told me, like, I should probably go see a doctor, because what he's saying, he didn't really want to tell me anything. That what he's saying, I should just go see a doctor. But when he gave me the result, I had to open it, and what I saw was he wrote incomplete abortion. Like, I'm hearing of these things for the very first time. Threatening miscarriage, incomplete abortion. I was like, where's all this coming from? And everything it was just happening so fast. I was like, how? I was like, why will God, like, put me through this again, the second time? Like, I don't understand. This is when we've just really giving up, and like, we're not actively trying again, or anything that happen, and then finally this one just, it clicked. This pregnancy happened, and then all of a sudden I want to lose it again. I was holding myself so well. I was trying not to get so emotional, you know So we went back to the hospital, and we saw the doctor, and we presented the scan results from the hospital, and we asked him if we could also share. We went outside, to do another scan, if we could also share the other scan results with him. And he said, sure. He looked at compared the two results, and I was like, okay. From what he's saying here, he can only just say I should have some bed rest. But these are two sonographers. So he'll probably advise us. He sent us to a lab where a consultant radiologist works there. Probably he would, examine me, and from his own scan results, then he can determine, if the stuff is still there, or if he would advise me to probably, take it out completely if it's already coming out or something. I can actually laugh now, but um, so yeah, he sent us out for another scan, and we went to the lab, and we saw the consultant, and he saw me, yeah, and then he was, checking, going through, and he was like, okay, he's seen a sac. a sac that is equivalent to 6 weeks. So I should be 6 weeks pregnant, and he's not seeing a fetal pool in the sac, and he's not seeing at 6 weeks. Probably you should already be hearing the heartbeats, little heartbeats, but there's no heartbeats at all. So just a sac, a gestational sac, and no fetal pool, and no heartbeats, and as in my spirit just, will I say, just, I shouldn't say it died, but I was, just didn't know what to say. I was like, okay, so what is he saying? He looked at me, and said, "Oh, um, let him give." I know that I really want hope, because I kept on asking him questions. So like, he knows that I really want, even if it's a little tiny of hope. But what he would tell me is, in the next 2 weeks I should come back now. But in his way, he was like, "Oh, but the thing is, before then, I may already see something already dropping out. They may start coming out, but he can't tell me to go back to the doctor and probably for them to take it off. Do you understand me? For them to remove everything. I should just come back in the next 2 weeks and rescan. But before then, that I'm already be feeling something coming out. That is what he said to me. But what he wrote on the result was a rescan, gestational sac, equivalent to 6 weeks, no fetal pole, no heartbeats. But the rescan is advised in the next 2 weeks, in the next week or next 2 weeks. So yeah, so I took the result back to the doctor. The consultant has gave his final has gave his results, and the doctor was like, okay, so I should just go back home and rest, and in the next week I should come back, you know. Hmm. So I just did not know how to feel. I had three different results, every all of them threatened miscarriage, incomplete, no sac, no heartbeat, sorry, no fetal pole, no heartbeat. And that was the result I had in my hand. They asked me if I was still bleeding. I said, no, I'm not bleeding again. Just little, when I wipe, probably old blood or something. I was just confused. So they said they can't really know or see anything well now. It is probably the next week, then they would be certain I should just go home and rest. And yeah, the bed rest began. So yeah, I went back home, and that week, I think the next day, my husband's friend, who is a doctor, no, he's not was, who is a doctor, visited town. He came into town the next day, and a man of God at that. So he came into town, and I told my husband, probably let me discuss with my husband if it was okay, to share the results with him, to hear from another doctor. You understand? So my husband accepted, and we met with him and we shared the results with him. He looked through everything. I was like, okay. He advised, first of all, he asked me if they gave me any injection or gave me anything. I said no. He was like, okay, the first thing first, okay, that you're meant to give me this progesterone. Is a kind of like a hormone drug, So he advised that probably I should take the injection, and in short, that once someone is bleeding, once something is threatened or something, do you understand? And the pregnancy is still there, which he's believing, though, that is the first thing I should, it doesn't, there's no harm in taking the injection. Do you understand me? There's no harm, even if he leaves or he stays, there's no harm. It's just to still help, you know, pump my body with the hormone. Do you understand? So that's how was I think, okay, I went saw the doctor the previous day. So yes, the next day I saw my husband's friend, and yeah, that day we went to take the drug. Yeah. So we took the drug. He was like, he's just advising bed rest, and I should just probably rest. And the next week, once I go for the scan, then would know. But he gave me this hope, prayed for me and said he's believing God that the stuff will be there. And I think that was, will I say, the longest week of my life. you know, where you don't really know what to, like, your hopes are just shattered. You don't even know what to believe. You don't even know what to hold on to. I was just on the bed. I tried to, use work to take my mind off some certain things, but it was it was so difficult. At every time I have to use the bathroom, I have to ease myself. God, the anxiety was top notch. It was so much. Every time I have to pull down to sit to urinate and then wipe, I can't even look down because I'm scared of something is coming out. From what the consultant told me. I was just so scared every time I wipe and you know. Anyway, it was a difficult one for me. It was very difficult. It was very difficult. The week just kept on going. As I said, it was it was a week, just Monday to the next Monday, and it felt like a year. Anyway, so throughout that week, I wasn't really spotting, but when I go wide, probably will I say, like my husband, he was once he says, he says it's just old blood, it's just from the previous ones, something this brownish, reddish, brownish, you know, stuff. So yeah, I just gave myself hope it's old and nothing to be concerned about. I think that week I was scrolling through my Instagram page and I saw I would say it's a message from, I don't know if I think a lot of people would know Pastor Jerry. Yeah. So yeah, his wife. Recently I started following her, and I was just going scrolling through, and then I saw something she was saying. She said, "I don't know whatever it is, you're going through, but please do not agree with your yoke." And it clicked. Normally I would have just scrolled past, but I was like, okay, let me listen to where the stuff is going through, where it's going to end. And then she mentioned something like she was like saying, I don't know whatever the yoke is, whatever agreement it is. Do you understand me? Agreement of probably, oh, let me just rest a little. Agreement of, oh, you know, so I've tried my best, Jerry. I've tried whatever should happen. Or agreement of, oh, you live to fight another day. Agreement of probably losing faith, whatever it is. And I think I was looking for any little faith I could hold on to because I was actually losing it. And I held on to that because, that week I just kept on saying, oh, whatever wants to happen, if this thing wants to come out, it should come out now. Do you understand me? It should come out. Let me rest. Because every time I have to go to the bedroom and, little, it should just stop toiling with me. Do you understand me? Like the first one that happened. Do you understand me? Toiled with me after a week and then everything just came out. You're like, this stuff should not just toy with me. It should just, if it's coming out, come out. And I think after that, I just had to, I said, okay, I was not going to agree with it. God did this stuff. He had this reason for, you know, making this pregnancy, or how will I say, make it, allow me get pregnant. And so whatever it is that is going on, it's going to stay, I was just, I was like, okay, I wouldn't agree with the yoke. Whatever it is going to, and believing God that, this stuff is here to stay. And I decided to hold on to it too. Decided to still have faith in God, whatever happens, yeah, I'll still believe and still have faith in Him. There's a reason for everything I believe. Probably His reason for me to come share my story and, I don't know, whatever it is. So yeah, I think that week went to the glory of God, went well. But on the Saturday of that week, um I went to use the restroom and then I saw something again come out, you know, um will I call it a lump of blood or discharge of blood or And I was like, I've been resting, no, this is Saturday, Monday. Is now this stuff is not coming out. So what did I do wrong? I don't even know. Is it that probably I'm not lying down well, or maybe I'm sitting down to walk, or for a lot of things was just messing up with my my in my head. So took a picture of it and said, okay, we'll wait till Monday. Let's know the results. So Monday reached and we went to the hospital again. Yeah, saw the doctor and we went for scan. And yeah, in the scan, I was so tensed. I was just so tensed. Um, the scan guy said his stuff, and then I was like, okay, he's seen a sac and he's seen a fetal pool, and he turned his screen to me, and he was showing it to me. Look, this is a fetal pool, and then there was a heartbeat. I was so relieved. I was like, God. Now you do this one, no. I was speech. I was not. I was just numb. I was just thanking God, and He showed me everything. There was the heartbeat was just like this, beating like this. Fed up, you could just be seeing it. So yeah, he told me everything is fine. The thing is, he asked me if I was spotting because he seen something close to the sack. Do you understand me? I was like, what again? That he's seen something close to the sack, like a collection of blood or fluid or something. It's just a collection of fluid, and the fluid can be blood or pus or whatever it is. That's why he asked me if I was spotting. I was like, yes. He was like, okay. And then the sac is meant to be in the middle of the uterus, but it's actually, shifted towards the I don't know whether to say left or right, but it's shifted to one side. You understand me? When it's meant to be in the middle. I said, hey, okay, no problem. But there's Sveta Poto, there's a heartbeat. I said, okay, no problem. He gave me the result. Went to see the doctor. She told my husband, let's you go outside though and go and still do another scan. The three places you went to do scan the previous time, we'll still go and do scan those same places. So we went to the other lab outside and the sonographer said the same thing. There's a sac, a heartbeat, and yeah, and there's a fetal pole, there's fetal pole in the sac, and then there's a heartbeat, but still mention the stuff like he's in a collection of fluid. Do you understand? And I should still see my doctor. And then he still wrote threatened miscarriage. Even the sonographer in the hospital, they still wrote threatened miscarriage. I said, okay. I went to the consultant. The consultant, okay, he saw a fetal pole and he had the and told me congratulations. He's saying it now, and I should be 7 weeks now. You know, so he didn't mention anything about the what was it called, the fluid, the collection of fluid. He just said I should come back with scan in the next 2 weeks. And they were seeing a little fibroid, but they said it's very little, it's nothing to be concerned about, you know. So I forgot to mention, even the first scan I did, all of them saw the little fibroids too, but they said it's nothing to be concerned about. So I asked if it's what is causing the blood. They were like, they can't say no, that they don't really think. So I took the results back to the doctor. Yeah. The doctor saw everything and said that she's just a bed rest, asked about the collection of fluid. So they called it HCF, subchronic hematoma, you know, and that it's a 50-50 thing. That's what I was told. There's a 50-50 thing because they don't know how the if the collection of fluid if it's much and then pushes, it can separate the placenta from the sac. You understand? And when it does that, I I'll be losing the baby. Do you understand? So that's why they said it's a 50-50 thing. And I should mind because on somehow I probably do exercise or do hard stuff or stresses myself or something. Do you understand? I'll keep bleeding and then the stuff may SCH, may probably, separate the placenta from the sac. So that's why they recommend bed rest for me. So yeah, I was like, okay, 2 weeks, another 2 weeks now. So I went back home. My husband's friend has left town by then, so I had to call him on the phone. And my husband, we had to call him on the phone and give him the results, and he still advised the bed rest, and prayed. And so yeah, we are in the ending of the 2 weeks. That is where we are now. And yeah, it has not been easy. I think now I really actually have an idea of what is really going on, because I kept asking, where is this blood coming from? What is going on? I've even read a lot of things about what causes this SCH. I don't even, a lot of people they can't really say where it's from, you know. So yeah, and we're just praying. We were praying then that let's hope that more blood don't come out, and from what I read, um most times it's once the SCH is small, most times it just goes on its own, you know. Some people it's keeps increasing, and then is a risk, in pregnancy, even till 20 weeks, 20 weeks, and I'm just okay. Now I am 8, but then I was just 7. I was like, oh, what are the chances? So that's why they said it's a 50-50 thing. And I said, okay, oh, no wahala. So Monday, the end of the 2 weeks, and fingers crossed, we are going back to the hospital, and to see what the result is going to be. And in these 2 weeks, I think I've had little, should I say, the blood has just come out, should I say, 3 times. So I don't just, I knew today is Sunday. I know I had one that came out on Thursday. Had that came out on Thursday. Last week I had another one that came out on Wednesday. Do you understand me? So I don't really know. I'm positive, but I don't really know the stage now the SCH is going to be, if it's not going to be, if it's going to reduce further, or if it's now big. I don't really know. I don't know if it's something that I don't know. I think by Monday then I would know. I would have more I would have more clue, I would be sure of what is really going on. So yeah, that is it basically. And yeah, so far, if I'm to talk about my symptoms, I can remember before I went for that first scan, right? Before I went for the first scan, I can remember that week. Um, I mentioned I was feeling enlarged, and I think towards the ending of that week, everything, the symptoms stopped, my enlarged boobs just came down, it wasn't enlarged again, the pain stopped. And that's why I had that really serious scare that probably something was wrong, and I mentioned then coupled with the blood that came out, let's probably go to the hospital. So yeah, now it's my boobs is back to is being enlarged again. The pain, nothing. I think a little bit of I'm feeling bloated now. Um, yeah, and then of recent I feel so nauseous. I think, but I'm actually very, should I use the word healthy? But very strong. No, strong is the word. I feel very strong, if not because of this stuff. I think I can actually be doing everything, you know. I can jump from here to here, move my body, dance, do everything, but if not just because of what I'm going through, I feel very strong. I don't even feel weak, than how I was feeling, the past few months when I had the other scare. Do you understand? So yeah, and any craving so far? I don't think. There was time I was craving for, should I say, abacha with Nkwobi. I was craving for it, and then, yeah, when it came, I just ate, and then I can't. I still have some remaining in the freezer, but just the thought of it now, I would want to. I feel so nauseous. Do you understand? Like I'm not interested in it again. So that is just it. And one weird thing that I think I'm going through now is I'm actually feeling so thirsty, and of course, what the water I want to drink now is a very cold ice water. Like I'm so thirsty for it. And then when I drink the water, I feel so nauseous. I'm like wondering what is going on, because my first pregnancy, what I was taking throughout was this cold, ice water. Even the one with block inside, I have to be trained with block, and that is actually what I have taste for now. But when I drink it, I feel so nauseous. I'm wondering, like I just want to throw up, And then when I think about just normal room temperature water, I'm so nauseous. But when I drink the water, I think I'm feeling so good. I'm feeling so well. Like I'm feeling so okay. I'm back to normal. So it's a very confusing thing for me now to drink water. Is good. it's scary, because when I want to drink water, just the thought of drinking a room temperature water makes me nauseous. The thought of drinking very cold water makes me feel good. And then when I go put the cold water in my body, swallow it, after some few minutes, I just want to throw up. I just want to, um, you know, puke. And once you give me room temperature water, I'm feeling, oh God, this one is going to make me sure. But when I drink it, I'm just very okay. It's a very weird feeling. I don't like it, because now I don't drink water so much, because that is just it. So yeah, any other thing that I'm missing out? I think that's all for now. Yeah. Um, Drink, food. For now, I eat. Yeah, I'm eating everything. Though I have this weight hunger for, but I think now it has stopped. I had it before for Indomie. I just have to take my Indomie Soro undone. It has to be undone. Nothing has to be inside. So natural or so plain. I think so plain. There are no onions. Just cook it. And when you're eating, it has to be very hot if I'm to take it, straight from the fire. And shot in the pot, safe. And it doesn't have to be so soft. Yeah. But now, I don't just have appetite. That is just the truth. I have to eat, because I have to take drugs. I know what I have to eat, but ask me what I want to eat now. There's nothing. My mind is blank, and that thing I want to eat, once I eat it, the next time I don't even just feel like eating it again. So yeah, that is just the stage I'm in now. And so far I've been trying as much as possible not to throw up. So far, but yesterday, oh, I did throw up, and it was not a good feeling at all for the first time. And I just pray I don't throw up again. I've been trying as much as possible not to. Yeah. So so far that is it. And of course, I do not like drugs. Every night I have, because now I take my prenatals in the night, not in the morning, because I feel comfortable just taking it in the night and probably just sleeping through. And every time I want to take it, it's a struggle. It was a struggle in my first pregnancy, and it's a struggle now. The thought of taking it ever, and those medicines, they are very big. God have mercy. I heard there's even a liquid prenatal drug, and I'm seriously looking for that. I'm seriously looking for that. And that is sweet again. I'm looking for that, but I don't know if I can find it in the country now. So that is where we are. So tomorrow is Monday. We'll be going to the hospital, and whatever the result is, whatever this the doctors say, whatever the scan results says, I would also come, make a video and share. And yeah, so we are progressing so far. I'm still pregnant, to the glory of God. Yeah, 8 weeks. 8 weeks. Yeah. No, I'm 9 weeks. So, oh Lord have mercy. Did I just say 8 weeks? I'm actually 9 weeks pregnant. I was 8 weeks last week. I'm 9 weeks now. Yeah. The last time I'm 9 weeks. I just entered my ninth week on Friday. Yeah. So I'm 9 weeks. Mm-hmm. I'm 9 weeks. Yeah. We are moving. So I'm 9 weeks pregnant, and yeah, to the glory of God. And I'm still having faith and praying that I'll carry this one to full term, with the mother and baby, healthy and alive. I'm believing God for it. Yeah. So whatever the result is, whatever the outcome, I believe I'll have the courage to sit down here and share with you guys. Yeah. So I'm grateful so far. I'm going through all this, because I've learned about a lot of things, and it has made me knowledgeable about, most things. And I think so far now I understand a lot of things better. Understand a lot of things better now. I'm grateful so far. So I can only say I'm grateful. It has opened my eyes to a lot of things. It has opened my eyes to a lot of things. So yeah, whatever the result is, as I said. And I'm praying to God, and I'm begging God, to all trying to conceive mothers. He gives them this blessing, because it's a blessing. It's something that every woman who wants the fruit of the womb, they deserve it. They need it. Do you understand me? It's fun. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. You know. So I pray to God to please grant them their good heart desires, to give them the fruit of the womb, you know, to give them their own blessing. So yeah, if you stay to the end of this video, congratulations and thank you for sitting down and listening to me, yab about or talk about or whatsoever. Yeah, so please do not forget to like this video, subscribe, and please leave a comment, whatever your experience has been. If you've been in my situation before, just leave a comment leave a comment in the comment section. Yeah, so yeah, thank you for staying to the end of this video, and see you next time. I'll be dropping an update about my next progress or the next progress. Yeah, so bye, see you.